Welcome, ladies and gentlemen. It's my pleasure to welcome you tonight to this great event. Last year, we created an ally program, and I think we've really shifted from the employees having to take this in their own hands to something the company actively supports.
Allies, in my opinion, will be the key to success. You have to be allied to our cause and allied to what we're trying to achieve.
Todd, as you heard, kindly helped us launch our Global Ally program at the beginning of this week. Within 2 hours of me sending a message out, I got a text message back from my daughter. She was proud of me, and it's not very often that she's proud of me, but it just illustrated to me how powerful that message was.
Our entire lives have been an exercise in navigating awkward. It's a gift. In fact, I call it the gay superpower. It's not a burden, it's a rocket pack that allows you to have experiences and take on challenges better than other folks if you embrace it.
How do we use the influence of the multinational to push these issues on?
I'm very interested in getting it better at home first. It would be nice just to say we've fixed it here and we can stop worrying about these other countries, but I'm not so convinced that we've fixed it here yet.
The best way of getting a feel for how you're doing is go and have a conversation with them and ask them about how the organisation is doing.
There are an awful lot of gay people who need to be quite brave when they first come out. But I also think organisations need to be brave too and say, no, this is the line we are going to set. We're not going to make compromises in different jurisdictions. If you want to work here, this is, well, what would your individual act of bravery be?
These days, probably taking a boyfriend to Russia.
Yeah, it's very true, yeah.
For me, it also is making sure that people are treated with dignity. I have a very good friend. He worked for a big American bank. He's now 75. He waited till he was 55 and retired to come out. Imagine how you feel all your life not being your genuine self.
I've been around long enough that I remember when Mr. Jenkins had to resign from Johnson's cabinet because there were rumors that he was gay. Yes. And now presidents would be sort of out there in front of you making a point of you knew that the appointment they were making was gay. So I think we're making positive strides.
The Irish referendum experience, being the first country in the world to pass marriage by a public vote of the people and put that into the Constitution as a right, there's always shared learning.
From an American perspective, the sheer idea that one could win at the ballot box is something that we only dream of. It's just almost an impossibility in our country.
I think it's made Ireland a very attractive place to locate in. It's made it a very attractive place for talent to come to.
LGBT inclusion in leadership is really important to me. Working in an organisation and being a leader in an organisation where I can be open and be myself is primary to my working life on a daily basis.
Each one of us, when it comes to equality, is a campaign in our own space, and your workplace is one of the most important of those. You're the ambassador for LGBT in that space.
When I first started, people's attitudes towards LGBT colleagues weren't always great. Assumptions were made. Nowadays, people simply find it unacceptable. There's been a huge amount of progress.
We made clear from the start, if we wanted to have an argument about God versus gay, we'd lose. So we didn't talk about civil rights and we didn't talk about human rights, we talked about human beings. And we had those people tell their stories.
I knew the referendum was coming. I knew I'd be out there campaigning and on the TV and radio, and I couldn't argue for a yes vote in the third person.
Being a workplace that embraces diversity is not a passive condition. It's something you perpetually messaging. Taking that out leadership role, knowing that they have a major function in creating an environment where people can feel confident to be the ambassadors in their own space that each and every one of us not just can be, but should be.